Hey guys, Next here. There's gonna be an Adobe Premiere trial banner in the middle of the screen. Uh, I'll buy it after I figure it out and decide whether or not I like to use it. But in the meantime, here is the Bahamut session. Hope you guys enjoy.
All right, so the last time we left the party, so that means that this party would have engaged the dragon after the other party had already traveled up to the top and have engaged X-Death. As the party looks up to the remnants of the ruins that are in this forest, they'll see just a quiet mountaintop cliff line. Whatever battle is going on between the first wave of Warriors of Light and X-Death seems to be quiet. It's possible that the boss pulled a teleport to an arena move that these bosses like to do. Hard to tell. You can't really tell from down here. And right now, you don't really care because as you guys arrive on Nova, the first sight you see after looking for your allies is the great worm, the great dragon Bahamut.
Well, Warriors of Light are here, so I'm going to take a $5, if you don't mind.
Amon will just kind of stand straight up, just kind of look left and right, and just dip into the tree line and dive for his life. As he dives for his life, the Mega Flare will collide into the cliff line, sending pieces of rock flying everywhere. You guys don't know where Amon is, but you'll hear his voice.
Engage the dragon!
The party will hear kind of a very slight whooshing sound as a wind descends on the battlefield, whereas the battlefield was still before. As the wind descends on the battlefield, the party will hear a voice.
Manipulating Lunarian magic. It changes nothing. My magic is older. My magic stems from my father. The dragon will wither away before you break my hold over him.
Back again, eh, Pellinor?
Back again. I will follow you all unto the ends of the earth.
Roll initiative.
And then you're gonna hear the limit break. And as she comes down, oh, goddess of the sun, hear my call. Join us in the heat of battle. Latch onto those whom your daughter has chosen and free yourself from this prison. Help my brother who has been consumed by the void. And she will just stab straight in there. And then as she lands, she will tell Keras, free Amaterasu! And we'll point to there because she knows that he has the connection to her.
As you finish your limit break, Blair, Bahamut will lay pale, glowing white eyes on you as combat begins. Keras, the dragon, scans its eyes over the Warriors of Light, and its eyes settle on Keras. They'll flicker orange for a moment. You will hear something in your mind.
There is nothing left of this fiend. Release me. Put him down.
I'll try. You are my priority above all else.
No Bahamut has an effect active at all times called Worm Flight. The Dragon King will activate Dive Bomb. Bahamut will then activate Umbral Slash. It's at the beginning of Bahamut's turn. For his second pressure mechanic called Umbral Maw. And Bahamut's turn is over.
Yes, quick strike, right? Not Aeon strike.
Exactly.
So we can't. One action will go off, and then we can. The reason I'm asking is because of the Vern Drift, like the option to teleport back. That's at the end of the.
It means Bahamut's mechanic will go off.
Okay.
And his first mechanic, which is Dive Bomb, will go off. And then Worm Drift will trigger. Dive Bomb! Let me just go to my
Is the
raw
center
notes.
targeted on Benjamin?
Yeah, at the moment.
Active mitigation performed while the mechanic is tethered to you will reduce the centermost circle's damage to 500.
You have enough movement, Benjamin, to bring it to me?
By the way, the active mitigation for the center circle only reduces the damage dealt to you. The inner circle will still only be reduced by 1,000 for everyone else, which means that if there's another person in the inner circle with you, they suffer 1,500 damage.
You guys want me to take this to Blaze? The only way I can do that is via dashing. If I dash, I'm gonna be in the middle circle.
Benjamin suffers 1,500 damage.
Don't I just die?
Yes, technically. Character dies. Unless I hear offers from Marilyn. Yeah, you could possibly save your companion. He'd be ejected from the fight, though.
I'll create a barrier with stone to absorb some of the impact from the hit so that it reduces it and doesn't kill him.
All right, Benjamin. You are not insta-killed by the mechanic, but I'm going to be consuming 2 out of 3 of your death saves. Dive bomb is done. The next thing that will detonate is Umbral Slash, I believe, which will target Blaze and Keras. You both take 250 damage. Blaze falls unconscious. Blaze, you are still targeted with one of the cones. That means you suffer damage. You get a death saving throw, Blaze.
Marilyn,
Yes. Yes.
point.
Yes.
All you have to do is point.
It's right. It's up there. Marilyn pulls up and that finger's broken, so he points with a different finger. It's right there in front of them.
That's
Couple
gross,
feet off the
man.
ground. I'm sorry.
Right about there.
Yeah.
Amon will jump up out of the hut and fire a blast right where Marilyn is pointing, which will collide into Pellinor. And you'll see Pellinor's eyes shut in sheer pain for a moment before Pellinor just slowly turns around and looks at the cliff line.
Did I hit it?
Well, you hit it
you
for
hit it.
sure.
Did I hit it?
You will.
What was the plan with that one, big guy?
Experiment? It's a pyre reflection, Marilyn.
Of course. What's that again?
He'll just blink at you when you say, of course, waiting. And when you say that, he'll just kind of nod to himself.
Thought so.
So
Pyre reflections only occur when you have sacrificed a portion of your Pyrefly makeup to create an entity. If my life was unstable, my son would see pyre reflections of me. Would be his body attempting to correct the fact that there is no more connection, to recreate me from nothing. I am certain Bente's relatives have seen him here and there as he suffers under Zodiark's control, under Zodiark's assault. The creature that has been tormenting you, Petro.
Bahamut will flex his wings and fly away and activate Mega Flare. Bahamut will activate Umbral Gaze. Jizzy. You know what? I'm renaming it. Umbral Stare. They always call it gaze, guys. It's not my fault. And Bahamut will activate Umbral Collapse. End the turn.
At 20, baby. Come on, Blaze.
Oh,
He dies.
Blaze's
Nice.
Pyreflies start to scatter as he perishes.
Blaze will start coughing aggressively.
I guess I've cheated more times than I've had lives for. I'm sorry, Lumi. You're going to have to do this on your own this time. I wish you the best. Just don't stop believing
Oh my god.
in her.
As he fades away.
If we escape, he's free to fly around and take out cities and other populations.
As you say that, the dragon flying in the skies menacingly above the entire party, the dragon's eyes will flash white for a moment.
Amaterasu is mine, disciple. You poor, decrepit warriors of light. You who have fought my greatest creation. And you who suffer as we speak. Surrender yourselves to the void, and your deaths will be swift.
We are gonna attempt to escape.
Bahamut will gather the remaining energy all around him and forge it into a very powerful orb of power. Seems to radiate solar energy.
You do not get to escape. You sought this out, and now you will reap reap what you have sown.
Can I use my connection to Helios and Amaterasu to latch on to all of that excess solar energy and detonate it over him like a flashbang? For Amaterasu. Go, Helios.
As Keras summons Helios, Helios will turn back to look at him and nod, jumps forth, just kind of submerging himself in this orb of pure radiation. And as he does so, you'll hear him roar out. And as he does that, the radiation will detonate and explode. As it detonates and explodes, Bahamut will turn around and will immediately use his magic to attempt to erect a nullifying barrier. Use Zodiark's power to nullify energy in an attempt to save himself.
I want to use my ice breath to cast so much like frost and snow that it's snow blinded, and she will like shoot her breath towards that the part in the chest that she had used Gaybolg earlier in an attempt to kind of forge that connection with her and dissipate the ice around Bahamut's eyes so he can't see where we are.
Your blizzard will emerge and will pelt the dragon all over its body, primarily targeting its chest and its eyes. I'm going to roll his saving throw, and I'm going to do it keeping in mind that Blair is distracting him. Bahamut has rolled a critical failure. As he turns to try and stop Helios from entering the orb and detonating it, he'll turn around as Blair challenges him and roar at her. And as he roars at her, the ice will just come forth and pelt him. And as it does, Blair, you'll feel the materia in your arm just kind of start to glow and feed you power. And as you breathe all of this frost and ice energy into Bahamut, a surge of power will just kind of go through you, and the rest of your allies behind you will see an after image of Eldraskir just kind of breathing alongside you. As Eldraskir breathes his energy forth, all of this assault will consume Bahamut, and he will be unable to turn around to the point where his arms, his chest, and his wings will become frozen as you fire this barrage of frost at him, allowing Helios to look at his master one last time and nod to Keras out of respect. As his faith circle is consumed, and he destroys Bahamut. Bahamut is consumed in what looks like a sun. As it burns, scales, liquefies the crystal that was sticking out of him. His wings become disintegrated. The body that just kind of falls to the floor with pyreflies just kind of shooting out of it has no wings. The wings are two lifeless, dead nubs that are burnt to a crisp. Bahamut will spread his arms, the only two limbs remaining. His legs actually mostly charred off. He'll stare up at the heavens, and you'll see the dragon still in its twisted form, just kind of smile to himself.
Blair rushes to just hold her brother's hand and just kind of like stroke his face, and she'll just cry and just apologize.
Who is that? Who comes to my side in the final hour?
It is I, brother. I will not let you go alone, like you have been.
Long lost sister.
I'm so sorry. I didn't want to do that.
I blame no one. I go to my sleep now. A dreamless sleep.
You were the most noble and brave dragon that has ever existed. Thank you for everything you've done.
As Bahamut is fading away, he'll turn to you as you say that, and the creature will smile and scoff, as obviously doesn't believe your statement. And as he scoffs, the last of the breath inside him will just kind of escape. His eyes will go dead, and his faith circle will be extinguished forever. As the dragon fades away, a burst of light will just kind of emerge from him. And as the burst of light emerges from him, it'll just disappear and dissipate into the cosmos. Your two allies in the rafters just kind of leave the hut and hobble over to you.
There's a lot of residual energy. You have released Amaterasu. She returns to her celestial body. She will recover. I have lived a long time, and this battle is the first time I witnessed valor of this level.
It was a hard-fought battle, and I feel, although we did win Green Amaterasu, we lost greatly. And I do not know if I can say that this valor was in the battle. And she'll kind of like hang her head in shame.
You have bigger problems to address. Even if we do not take into account X death, your Firefly makeups are at risk. You're witnessing reflections. If this continues, and this Pelennor really is aligned or allied with their father, then it could open a weakness in whatever immunity has been protecting you. Some remnant of your goddess's consciousness. Action can be used to reforge the person that created it.
You think we could remake Etro?
Not the Eidolon, the person.
The person. Yeah.
Yes, although it would require a lot from all of you. Of course, there is another option.
What?
As he speaks, he'll reach up with one of his hands and summon a flame.
Have you ever heard of a lunar tomb? That would be a very easy way to rid ourselves of Pelennor. I will teach you how to do one or the other, but choose wisely. Whatever you decide cannot be undone.
So then let's make her.
Well, you speak as if I could just gather some ingredients. Here's a list.
I assume at the top of that list is the Crystal of Light.
Actually,
He'll motion to the list, just kind of motioning for Keras to show it to you. The first 8 ingredients are Fabulanova crystals.
The same thing, aren't
I
they?
misspoke. 7 crystals.
let us hope the dragon that we have felled today rests in peace. And now, the rest is up to your allies.
And with that, he'll turn and look to the north for a moment. His eyes just kind of glazing over the tower dramatically. Send me your votes for MVP.